Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for 2016. And this reading is for Leos who are born between August 13th to August 22nd. So, the last decan of Leo, basically. So, if you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm creating 3 videos for each sign. I'm splitting them up into 10 days for each sign, depending on birth date. That's the video you should watch. I'm trying to make these videos like a little bit more specific for each sign, a little bit more accurate, something special I thought I would do for 2016. So you can feel free to watch all 3 videos. Chances are you might find some bits and pieces in the other 2 videos that'll kind of maybe resonate with you as well. The links are all in the description with the birth dates as well. So if you're wondering which video you should watch, the birth dates are right next to the links below in the description. So let's get started. You start off with the Joker card. Great card. One of my favorite cards, as I say. Leo Decan 2, the last video I did, video number 2, they also had this card. It's all about being able to juggle a lot of stuff, being able to do a lot of things. It's a very great card. It represents the superpowers of Gemini, I always say. It's kind of like a very Gemini type of card. It represents being able to multitask like a lot, being able to do a lot of things. It's also, the Joker is the trickster, so it's all about knowing when to kind of like show your cards, no pun intended. But the Joker, for example, like when getting a job, you might not want to reveal all your secrets right up front, because then you can hold on to them and use them later, and then really impress some people at your place of business. It's kind of like the Joker's really good, and that's what's coming in strongest for you. The message is that the Joker is really good at kind of like revealing secrets at the right moment and knowing when to do that. It's a very powerful skill. You ever watch like a TV show or a movie where, somebody's talking in some foreign language and the person's standing there pretending like they don't know that language, and then like later on, it's always like then they end up like speaking to that person in that language and surprising them and tricking them. That whole thing, that's the Joker. The Joker would totally do something like that, like pretend they didn't know a language just to gain some information. So it's all about using those skills. That's what I'm getting, again, very strongly for you. Next, you have the Ace of Hearts. Wonderful card. Represents your problems going away. Removes problems from your life. Adds more love to your life as well. Allows you to be open for love. If you've been blocked in love for the past several years, as in, it's like no matter what you do, it seems like you can't get in a relationship. This allows you to bring some love into your life, which is really nice. Allows you to find somebody who you really match up with. It's very positive in that sense. If you are in a relationship, it could mean that your relationship will go really well this year. There will be a lot of love between you. You'll be feeling really good as well. It's a card of communication, I'm getting as well. Needing to communicate more with the people around you, not being quiet, opening up more, opening your own heart up more. Sometimes Leos, I think they can kind of like hold their feelings in. It's not the same thing as holding their feelings in. I'm trying to describe it, but they can definitely bottle stuff up, I guess. And this card, it asks you to just, hey, you know what, the people around you, they are available to you to help you with whatever you need, including your emotions. It's like you don't have to carry the burden. The Ace of Hearts doesn't want a burden. It's all about releasing the burden and not having anything happen. So, definitely feel free to open up to the people around you. They probably will help you. It's like you don't have to carry any burden. That keeps playing in my head. So, very important message there. Next, you have the Eight of Spades. Eight of Spades is all about, really, it's all about don't overindulge this year. Don't, if you're on a fitness routine, stick to the fitness routine. Don't get off of it. If you're, same thing with a diet. Don't get off your diets this year. Really kind of stick with your diet because this can cause you to do some things that, that you can't, reverse in a lot of ways. Or you could, but there would be, like, a lot of work required. The thing about eights is they require a lot of work. So, Eight of Spades is like not such a positive card when it comes in like this, and if you make a mistake, it's going to be a huge thing to get it going again. Also, I always say when this card comes up, watch your drinking. Especially don't chance drinking and driving this year, the whole year. I know, but it's not worth it. It's not worth getting pulled over. It's not worth going to jail and all of that other stuff. Weird things happen under the Eight of Spades. I'm telling you right now, I've seen it happen in people's lives. So don't like I said, don't drink and drive. Period. Just don't with this card. Also, just don't drink too much. Don't get into a drinking cycle or anything like that. Like I said, this is a card of overindulgence. overindulging. That's usually the challenge with the card, is breaking that overindulgence. So if you don't start it in the first place, then you're good to go. Next, you have the Two of Clubs, overcoming a fear. I think the Decan number one for Leo has the Two of Clubs. Two of Clubs is all about kind of doing something that maybe scares you a little bit, and kind of stretching to do something, and doing something that you don't think you could do in a lot of ways. Like, doing something that you think that you don't have the skills for, or you don't know the answers for, is what's coming in right now. Is that maybe you think that you don't have the answers. It's almost like you don't know exactly what to do. But truthfully, well, first off, nobody who ever does anything important really ever knows what the heck they're doing when they do it. So know that. They kind of just go in. And this card, by the way, is the jump. It's very much a jump card. It's like, you just jump into the darkness, and you figure it out while it's going on. So that's this card. I think you'll have a lot of opportunities to kind of like, really jump into something, and you're not gonna get the thing with this card that I'm getting too, is it's like you're not gonna get any knowledge. You're not gonna know what to do in the situation. So don't use that as an excuse. Nobody's gonna tell you what to do. You're not gonna be able to learn what to do. This is really a challenge. It's saying, hey, and this could be in relationships, by the way, starting a new relationship, starting a new job, selling something to a new client. It could be a number of different situations, but wherever there's like a fear, and there's an unknown on the other side, this card says, no, you go through the door, and you figure it out when you get there, and you'll be fine. Guess what? You'll be fine. Google the Two of Clubs birth card, and you'll learn all about it. How it's a card of millionaires. It's a card of people. When you look at the famous people who were born under this card, they always had to overcome some enormous fear before they became successful. It's like every single one of them has a fear story. Where if you look at other successful people under other cards, they don't have like fear stories like this that come from this. So jump into the unknown. You'll be fine. But you definitely want to do it because it will lead to some massive success with this card. Next, Three of Clubs, Leo. You get this card all the time. I talk about it all the time in the readings, but it's really boiling down, and we broke it down here into these three decans. You're the only kind of part of Leo here. The last 10 days basically of Leo that has received this card. So I really think all those times I was talking about it in the videos is really related to you, specifically those of you born between these days. And the Three of Clubs gives us second chances. It's all about second chances, and I've said in all those videos that, like, Leo, you are getting a ton of second chances. You're getting second chance after second chance after second chance. The universe really wants you to jump through that frickin' door. That's what it wants. It really wants you to, like I said, just go for something and stop letting those fears hold you back. Just go for it. Chances are you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then this message is probably not for you. It's like I said, it's for the people who know what I'm talking about these fears that are holding them back. And I would also say, if you don't, you might also want to really look at your life and really see if there's somewhere where you could be moving forward where you're held back, and that would be the case for this message here. But next you have the Five of Hearts, birthing something amazing. Again, birth cards like this, there's always a great deal of pain beforehand, kind of like birth. We consider it a painful process. Most people do, not everybody. But so there's always a bunch of pain beforehand, but then you birth something beautiful. Like when people have a baby, they're all happy, and they think it's the most beautiful thing in the world and all of this. And that will be you. It's like you are going to be birthing a baby, not a literal baby, but like, whatever this situation is, birthing something that really needs to come out, that really needs to happen for you in your life. And you'll be doing. I'll tell you this. I'm getting this thing right now, and what they're saying is, it's like, you'll be doing it yourself, and you'll be doing it for yourself, and sometimes what I'm getting is that some of you feel like it's like you're waiting for something to save you, to come in and save you, like winning the lottery or something like that. You're like waiting for this thing to come in and pull you out of your situation. But I think what this year makes you realize, and specifically you Leos who were born in this third decan, I think what you realize is that you have to save yourself. The Two of Clubs, all about the self. And this message is coming in very strongly right now. And I think you will be able to save yourself. You're going to amaze yourself with this card as well. It's kind of like you really do, you save yourself. And I mean, that's an incredible message. Five of Hearts, also a love card, birthing a relationship. So love is definitely on the table for a lot of you Leos out there. And finally, you end with a Six of Diamonds, sowing and reaping. Well, that's what it's all about: sowing seeds, planting seeds, and reaping the benefits. It is a Diamonds card, but it doesn't just mean money. It means everything in your life. Planting seeds in your whole life, improving things, looking for ways to improve it. This card brings a great deal of positivity to it as well. It makes you feel very positive, kind of like the Ace of Hearts. I think you're going to be feeling really good this year. But with this card, it's kind of like you start to plant some seeds and then you start to see the profits, and again, not money necessarily. It can be money, but anything else, you start to see like the abundance coming from it. And then like, oh my God, you get really excited. So then you plant a bunch more. This also allows you to move forward in life. Sixes are the karmic cards of the deck. And if you've been held back at all over the past many years, sixes come in, allow us to move forward, give us new energy to move forward. So Leo, it looks like you have an incredible year. Enjoy it. Also, again, please feel free to watch the other two videos for Leo, and you might get something out of them. And good luck.